Breaking news in the Middle East, where Israel has reportedly began retaliatory strikes against Iran.
The strikes allegedly hit sites in Iran and explosions heard possibly in Syria and Iraq.
First, we go to Israel, where the message is stay strong, survive.
Israel has launched an attack on Iran. Now, we are being told that this attack is limited.
The Middle East is witnessing a surge in proxy wars and direct conflicts. Tensions escalated when the Iranian consulate building in Syria was attacked, with Iran accusing Israel. In retaliation, Iran launched an attack on Israel, resulting in turmoil. Israel responded by heavily targeting Iranian nuclear facilities in Isfahan. The conflict escalated further as Israel attacked an Iranian convoy transporting ammunition for Hezbollah. In today's video, we'll dive into these two attacks, discuss the future of this conflict, and examine other aspects of the Middle East. Before we move forward, we would ask you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Chapter 1. Israel Strikes Back. Explosions rocked an Air Force base and military facility in Isfahan, Iran. 6 days after Iran's unprecedented attack on Israel, intense explosions were reported in Iran, Syria, and Iraq. An American official informed ABC Network that Israel targeted Iran but didn't confirm strikes in Syria and Iraq. Reuters reported Israel's plan to inform the U.S. beforehand, unlike the Damascus attack, though Washington denied involvement. Israel has yet to respond to the reports. Meanwhile, IDF's air defense is on high alert amid numerous explosions. Iranian media claimed successful interceptions by air defense, denying damage. Explosions near the Air Force base and local airport disrupted civilian air traffic. Iranian Isfahan province hosts several nuclear sites, including Natanz, a key uranium enrichment facility. There were reports of a retaliatory strike in Iran, but Israel did nothing. This happened at the same time as an interesting event. Ali K., Iran's top leader, turned 85 years old. The Pentagon says that earlier, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin talked with Defense Minister Yoav Gallant about threats in the area and Iran's actions in the Middle East. The Iranian government is trying to keep things looking calm and normal despite these events. Even though air defense systems were set off near a military base earlier, Iranian media reported on normal events from Isfahan this morning. Videos of normal military and vehicle action near the Air Force base were shared on official government media sites. The Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps put all military bases across the country on full alert at the same time. And Iran's Supreme Council for National Security met for an emergency meeting soon after. Additionally, 3 Iranian officials informed the New York Times that the strike targeted an air base close to the central city of Isfahan in Iran. This action appears to be a deliberate and carefully planned message from Israel to Iran. Over the years, the Iranian regime has posed the most significant threat to global security and, in particular, to the State of Israel. Israel's primary strategic objective is to thwart Iran's efforts to develop nuclear weapons. With the onset of the conflict in Gaza, this objective has gained renewed importance and urgency. On top of that, it looks like the U.S. government is making it hard for Israel to respond to the attacks on our country, which forces the Israeli military to be very creative, smart, and precise. It's likely time to change how people think about the fight against Iran's missile program, the way it sells weapons, and the way it uses proxy forces in this area. Iran is building a ballistic missile program and trying to get nuclear weapons. Israel can't let this threat stay the same. For a moment, we will talk about the base targeted by Iran. Since 2020, intelligence agencies in both Israel and the U.S. have been keeping an eye on a big network of tunnels south of Iran's naval base in Natanz. It cost a lot of money to build this nuclear plant deep in the mountains, and the tunnels that lead to it must have cost even more. This should be shared with the poor people of Iran, who are already having a hard time making ends meet. This facility was built so that the government could build a military nuclear facility that couldn't be hit from the air. On the other hand, if this facility really was hit by Israelis, it would be a huge shame for the government. Meanwhile, the Iranian El Alam news portal cited a Syrian security official regarding an Israeli strike in southern Syria. situated between the suburbs of the D district and the suburbs of the LSAA district. As per the report, the target of the attack was a radar base, although El-Haz mentioned that several sites were struck in southern Syria. Currently, there's no official statement from the Syrian regime. The economy has also taken a toll. Typically, rating agencies release updated credit reports at scheduled intervals, but in urgent situations, they may take immediate action. The Accountant General noted that the rating adjustment was a direct response to the Iranian missile attack. He reassured investors worldwide and in Israel that Israeli bonds are secure and easily tradable assets. He emphasized that the Israeli economy is multifaceted, forward-thinking, and fundamentally robust. But this is not over. Israel has struck more. Chapter 2. Israeli soldiers ambush Iranian convoy. There was big news from the northern front. Hezbollah and the IDF exchanged gunfire. Hezbollah fighters used rockets to attack IDF forces in the northern Golan Heights. Border security units quickly responded with artillery fire. The Air Force also targeted several places in southern Lebanon. After the Hezbollah attack, reports say they targeted an IDF convoy. It's been revealed that 2 armored vehicles were damaged in the attacks with missiles, artillery, and rockets. More details will be shared soon, suggesting a planned ambush. Because of the vehicle damage, the IDF is destroying Hezbollah sites in the area. Locations near Israel's northern borders were heavily bombed. Bombing Hezbollah's facilities in Qacha north of Mount Dove was effective in hitting where they launched attacks. Also, in the vicinity, a tank precisely hit an organization-issued rocket launcher during the initial bombardment by the Israeli army. Another round of bombardment commenced after the destruction of the organization's weapon depots and rocket launchers in the first round. This initial shelling covered a larger area extending up to 20 kilometers outside of the territory. What do you think motivated Hezbollah to target the IDF convoy? Additionally, according to military reports, the group suffered significant losses due to the counterattack following the assault on the Golan Heights. The Israeli army has not yet revealed any casualties from the convoy assault, but more details are expected soon. Now, let's discuss a notable incident in the Gaza Strip. Terrorists opened fire on soldiers guarding a supply route in Khan Yunis. Military sources report that 4 soldiers were killed as terrorists attacked patrolling soldiers after emerging from a tunnel in a collapsed structure. After the unexpected attack, the terrorists retreated into their original tunnels. Given the situation, operations began immediately at the attack site. IDF forces commenced sweeps, clearing debris from collapsed houses to uncover tunnel openings. During these operations, terrorists attacked a nearby tank by leaping from another building. However, the terrorists' rocket-propelled grenade attack did not damage the tank. The tank crew specifically targeted and destroyed the attack launch site. A significant cleanup effort has commenced in the northern Gaza Strip in areas where terrorists have begun operating. Could the IDF's swift retaliation further escalate tensions in the region? The Israeli Operations Command initiated another significant operation in response to terrorists re-entering areas previously targeted by the IDF and withdrawn from. Operational forces engaged in close-quarters combat and eliminated a considerable number of terrorists during the Bit Hanan operations. Subsequently, the Yehuda Battalion located numerous Hamas-owned tunnel networks. After effectively destroying the tunnels, the battalion conducted thorough patrols throughout the region. Around 5,000 Hamas fighters are said to be moving in northern Gaza. Consequently, the IDF has stepped up airstrikes against terrorist targets in the north. Following the completion of its preparations for Rafah, Hamas's final stronghold, the army received an unexpected notification from the group. Hamas conveyed its terms for disarmament from Istanbul to the world through Kid Ha, a member of its political department. They expressed readiness for a truce lasting at least 5 years, proposing to transform into a political party by relinquishing weapons in exchange for the establishment of an independent Palestinian state within 1967 borders. After the Israeli army finalized its preparations for the Rafah operation, Hamas made a surprising announcement, sparking rumors that the group might be attempting to delay. How do you perceive Israel's strategic move of targeting multiple sites in Lebanon in response? In previous ceasefire negotiations, Hamas has often remained silent during times when an Iranian attack was anticipated, buying time amid regional tensions. Now, with the Rafah operation back on the agenda, Hamas has clarified its terms and expressed willingness to disarm. The situation is tense, with both the IDF and Hezbollah engaging in attacks along the northern front, while Hamas makes unexpected moves in Gaza. The IDF's airstrikes against terrorist targets in Gaza and Lebanon reflect a proactive response to threats posed by Hamas and Hezbollah. Hamas's offer for a truce and disarmament, coupled with Israel's strategic targeting of multiple sites, underscores the complexity of the conflict and the ongoing efforts to navigate toward peace. As these events unfold, it's uncertain where this conflict will lead. With multiple proxy wars simmering in the region, tensions are likely to persist, posing challenges to any prospects for lasting peace. Further escalation, or even the involvement of additional actors, cannot be ruled out. For the latest updates on this evolving situation and more analysis, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Thank you for watching, and stay informed.